बाजीगर ओ बाजीगर.
The movie begins with a little boy running through heavy rain to the village hospital, pleading with the doctor to come quickly and treat his mother, who is seriously ill. The doctor examines the boy's mother and finds that she has no physical illness but is mentally very fragile. The doctor advises the boy to take good care of her. From then on, the little boy does everything he can, taking on small jobs to provide for and care for his mother. One day, the boy tells his mother, "One day, those who caused us this pain will have to face the consequences." The story then jumps forward, showing the boy, now grown up, named AJ. He continues to take care of his mother, who remains unwell, by feeding and supporting her. AJ leaves for Mumbai with his friend Vicky to attend the prestigious school where he is pursuing higher studies. Meanwhile, the story introduces Seema, the daughter of a wealthy businessman, Madan Chopra, who also studies at the same school. Seema borrows some notes from a fellow male classmate who secretly admires her. Despite his feelings, Seema is in love with someone else, Raj, her boyfriend. That same day, while Seema and Raj are enjoying their time together, the movie's popular song plays in the background. The male classmate, who has a crush on Seema, watches them from afar, feeling disheartened. AJ later advises Seema not to rush into revealing their relationship to her family, as it might create unnecessary problems. When Seema returns home, she finds her elder sister Priya, who had been living outside the city, has come to visit. The family, including Madan Chopra, is delighted to see Priya. The next day, Priya accompanies her father to the annual car racing event he regularly participates in. This marks the beginning of another significant turn in the story. This competition is one of Priya's father's favorite events, and he has been the champion for several years. However, Seema cannot attend the race due to her school exams. On the day of the race, AJ participates in the competition but not under his own name. Instead, he uses the name of his friend, Vicky Malhotra. The reason behind this becomes clear later in the movie. As the race begins, AJ competes against Priya's father. In an intense and thrilling competition, AJ overtakes Priya's father in the final lap, securing first place. However, just before crossing the finish line, AJ deliberately slows down and allows Priya's father to win the race. Priya's father secures another victory, but he realizes that his opponent let him win intentionally. After the race, AJ approaches Priya's father and introduces himself as Vicky Malhotra. He claims to be involved in the car business and admits that he is a huge admirer of Priya's father. AJ explains that out of respect, he couldn't let him lose the race. Impressed by AJ's humility and respect, Priya's father develops a great liking for him. He then casually mentions that he is searching for a suitable groom for Priya and asks AJ to help find her a good car as well. AJ agrees enthusiastically and leaves. That evening, Priya can't stop thinking about AJ. This is when one of the movie's most popular songs plays, highlighting her growing feelings for him. A few days later, as her father requested, AJ finds Priya a car. This incident brings the two closer, and they start developing a connection. One day, while Priya is out driving alone to get accustomed to her new car, a group of thugs begins to harass her, leading to a tense situation. At that moment, AJ fiercely beats up the group of thugs harassing Priya and hands them over to the police. Priya meets a police officer named Karen, who studied with her, and Karen assures her, "I'll handle this, you both can leave." Meanwhile, Seema attends a friend's birthday party. AJ comes to the party but avoids getting too close to her, instead telling her he has urgent work and leaves. He knows at this point that Priya and Seema are sisters and anticipates Priya will come to pick Seema up after the party. This raises a critical question: What is AJ planning, as he seems to be romantically involved with both sisters? The answers begin to unfold as the movie progresses. That night, Seema finds out her father has arranged a marriage proposal for her. Upset, she calls AJ to inform him. The next day, AJ meets Seema and tells her, "There's only one thing we can do now, let's write a suicide note and end our lives." Deeply in love, Seema agrees without hesitation. She writes the note, but after she hands it to AJ, he starts laughing. He tells her, "Don't be scared, I was just joking. I wanted to see if you truly love me." He then proposes they secretly marry the next day and asks her to meet him at a specific location. As the scene shifts, one of the most popular songs from the movie plays in the background. The following day, the two arrive at the marriage registration office. However, as it is lunch break, the office is closed. AJ suggests they go to the building's balcony to wait. On the balcony, AJ behaves affectionately towards Seema, but suddenly, in a shocking twist, he pushes her off the balcony, causing her to fall to her death. AJ places the suicide note Seema wrote earlier into a nearby mailbox and leaves the scene. Later, Priya arrives, devastated to learn about her sister's death. Unaware of AJ's involvement, she brings him along to the scene of the tragedy. Priya breaks down in tears, unable to cope with her sister's loss. Police officer Karan and his superior investigate the case and tell Priya's father, Madan Chopra, that Seema's death appears to be a suicide based on the note they found. However, viewers know this note was planted by AJ. Despite this, Priya refuses to believe her sister took her own life. Madan Chopra, on the other hand, tells the police to close the case, stating he doesn't want to drag it out any longer. A few days later, the owner of a jewelry shop Seema had visited comes to the Chopra household to collect payment for a necklace Seema had Seema's deed. Unaware of Eel's Priya about the incident, providing her with crucial new information. With this new information, Priya goes to her father and insists that Seema was murdered, likely by her lover. She urges her father to file a complaint with the police. However, her father, Madan Chopra, refuses, saying, "Seema is already gone, and if this was related to her romantic life, reopening the case will only tarnish our family's reputation." Despite her father's objections, Priya decides to take matters into her own hands. She collaborates with Karan, her friend and a police officer, to uncover the truth about Seema's death. The next day, Priya visits Seema's school and questions one of her close friends, asking if she knew anything about Seema's boyfriend. The friend reveals that Seema used to frequently borrow notes from a classmate named Ravi, and he might know more. However, the friend clarifies that Seema and Ravi were not romantically involved. Unbeknownst to Priya, AJ is eavesdropping on the conversation from another room, growing tense as the investigation inches closer to exposing him. Determined to find answers, Priya seeks out Ravi. When she meets him, Ravi confesses, "I loved Seema, but she never felt the same way about me." This revelation clears Ravi of any involvement. However, Ravi tells Priya that he had seen Seema with another boy from their school. At that moment, Ravi also mentions to Priya that he noticed a photo taken during her friend's birthday party that included this boy. He offers to give her the photo for more clues. Later that evening, Priya accompanies Ravi to his hostel to retrieve the photograph, hoping it might shed light on the mysterious boy. Once they arrive at the hostel, Ravi begins searching for the photograph. Unbeknownst to Priya, Vijay arrives at the hostel, forcing Ravi to write a suicide note implicating himself and forging his signature. Vijay then kills Ravi and steals the photograph. Meanwhile, Priya, waiting in the car, grows concerned about Ravi's delay and heads inside to check on him. To her horror, she discovers that Ravi has been found dead, apparently having taken his own life. When police officer Karan investigates, he informs Priya that Ravi was most likely Seema's secret boyfriend and had killed her. Karan explains that Ravi must have realized Priya was uncovering the truth and, overwhelmed by guilt, took his own life. Karan also tells Priya that, the next day, Priya takes AJ to meet her father. During this meeting, Priya's father tells AJ that, despite the recent troubles, he noticed how well AJ cared for Priya. He then says, I am happy if you marry Priya and also take over managing my businesses. Along with this, Priya's father appoints AJ as a partner in his businesses, starting immediately. At that moment, AJ reminds us why he had been planning all along to get close to Priya's family. It was all an attempt to take revenge on them. Many years ago, it was AJ's father who became the owner of all the businesses that Priya's father currently manages. At that time, Priya's father was working as an ordinary employee in AJ's father's business. As time passed, Priya's father worked hard to win the trust of AJ's father. He worked tirelessly day and night for the company. Because of that trust, one day, AJ's father handed over the management of the business to Priya's father in writing, and then left the city for a month or so to start another company. Taking advantage of this opportunity, after AJ's family left the city, Priya's father took over their entire business and even changed the company name. An announcement was made in the newspapers about this change. A month later, when AJ's father returned to the company, he found out about these events. By that time, things had already gone badly. Priya's father had taken over everything that belonged to AJ's father. AJ's father couldn't handle it, and his mental state drastically deteriorated. To discuss this, AJ's mother went to meet Priya's father. At that moment, Priya's father made an inappropriate proposal to AJ's mother, saying, I will give you as much money as you need if you come to my house and meet me. At that moment, AJ's mother tells Priya's father that one day her child will take revenge for all of this. After that, AJ's family falls apart. His younger sister falls ill one day. At that time, AJ's father goes out to call a doctor, but suddenly, due to a health issue, he collapses and dies on the spot. Witnessing this, AJ's mother runs to the scene and, while looking at her husband, sees that AJ's sister, who had been sick, also passes away. AJ is left alone with his mother. Now, we move to the present in the movie. By now, it is clear to you that the owner of all these properties is AJ, and the property that Priya's father had is now under his control in this way. AJ's only goal is to somehow get close to Priya's family and take these things from Priya's father. After that, one day, Priya goes with AJ to get some things she needs for her arrangements. At that time, Priya meets Anjali, who is a friend of Seema's. Priya introduces AJ to Anjali, and Anjali says, I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. AJ, who often used to hide from Seema's friends while working for his own goals, replies, there are many people in this world, so it's inevitable that you've seen me somewhere. He quickly leaves with Priya. However, this makes Anjali start to have a slight suspicion about AJ. Anjali quickly goes to her room and starts looking through the photos from Priya's birthday party. At that moment, she finds a photo similar to the one Ravi had. That evening, there is a party being held to celebrate Anjali's arrangement. During this party, we also learn that the police officer, Karan, who was there, had a liking for Priya back then. At that moment, Anjali makes a call to Priya's house. The phone is answered by a servant working at Priya's house. Anjali tells him, I have something important to tell Priya about Seema. Please ask Priya to pick up the phone. The servant quickly goes to inform Priya about this. However, the servant has a minor memory disorder and struggles to recall things quickly. Because of this, Priya and Anjali can't understand the message properly. Meanwhile, AJ, who was paying attention to what was happening, realizes that someone had called about something. He quickly goes to answer the phone. Pretending to be Priya's father, AJ answers the phone. Anjali says, Uncle, it's AJ who's handling the arrangements for Priya. He was Seema's lover. Anjali also has the photos taken at the party with her. Upon learning all this, AJ tells Anjali, This is a matter of family honor, so don't tell anyone about it. He asks for her address and tells her, I will come there with Priya right away. After that, AJ directly goes to find Anjali. Once he finds her, he kills Anjali right there. Then he destroys the photo she had and hides it. AJ places Anjali's body in a large bag and throws it off a bridge. The following day, Karan comes searching for Priya and tells her that Anjali, who was a friend of Seema, had been kidnapped the previous night. Karan mentions that he had received a call about the kidnapping just before. At this point, Priya asks her servant at home for more details about the situation. However, the servant can't remember anything at that moment. At the same time, AJ arrives. After hearing about Anjali's kidnapping, he becomes a bit anxious. AJ starts to feel a little uneasy, knowing that there's much more to handle during this time. AJ needs Karan to be sent away quickly so he can continue with his plans. The following day, while AJ is at the office, Priya's father talks to him and says, I'm going to India for a few days for work, and I'll be out of the country. So, I'm handing over everything related to the company to you to take care of in the coming days. Priya's father tells AJ, I trust you a lot, so I'm giving you full authority to make any decisions related to the company. After hearing this, AJ feels a great sense of satisfaction, knowing that now he can easily take back the business from Priya's father and return it to his own family, just like his father did. As soon as Priya's father leaves the country, AJ quickly finishes up all the necessary tasks related to the company. At the same time, Priya learns from the news that Anjali's body, which had gone missing, has been found by the police. Priya immediately calls Karan. Karan tells her, there are important things I need to tell you. Priya rushes to meet Karan. Karan says, the person who killed Seema is still out there, and we need to catch him. We are patiently waiting to catch him. That evening, AJ takes Priya out to have some fun at a club. At the club, one of the movie's popular songs starts playing. After a while, as they leave the club and head home, they unexpectedly run into AJ's friend, Vicky. You might remember that AJ had a friend named Vicky. For all this time, AJ had been using Vicky's name when around Priya and Priya's father. Vicky approaches AJ and talks to him. Realizing what's happening, AJ tries to hit Vicky. Watching all this, Priya realizes there's something going on. As they leave the club, Vicky suddenly attacks. Vicky tells Priya, you've betrayed me too, stolen my name, and made me look like a thief. That night, Priya spends time thinking about everything at home. Due to the suspicions she had, the next day, Priya gathers more details about the man she met at the club and heads to his house. At this point, Vicky tells Priya, yesterday, AJ said he didn't know me, but that was a lie. I've known him since we were kids. Vicky also tells Priya that if she needs more information, she can meet with AJ's mother. Priya then decides to go out and find AJ's mother after getting the details. Meanwhile, after completing his tasks, Priya's father returns to the company. At that point, Priya's father finds out that AJ has changed the company's name and taken full control of the business. After meeting with AJ, Priya's father is reminded by AJ that it was him who took back the company that had once belonged to his father. Upon hearing this, Priya's father is shocked and unable to comprehend what has happened. Later, Priya, while looking for AJ's mother, discovers that AJ has been secretly gathering information about Priya's family for a long time. After seeing all this, Priya is unable to comprehend anything. At this point, Vijay arrives. Priya asks, what was your intention? Why destroy my family like this? After a long silence, AJ finally tells her the full backstory about his family. Your father is the one responsible for all of this, he says. Hearing this, Priya, who had been harboring strong hatred towards AJ, now feels a deep sorrow for him. AJ also shows Enna his mother, who has been unwell for a long time. As the story comes to an end, Priya's father arrives with some men and finds AJ. As soon as they arrive, AJ is shot. At this moment, Priya goes against her father and tells him, "Father, you are the one responsible for all of this." A fierce struggle breaks out between AJ and Priya's father. AJ's mother intervenes, but she too is injured by Priya's father. AJ, in a fit of rage, strikes back, attacking everyone. In the end, AJ picks up a stick and strikes Priya's father from behind. At that moment, Priya arrives with Officer Karan. As AJ tries to kill Priya's father, Karan stops him and tells him, "Stop this, think of your mother." AJ, in an attempt to retaliate, tries to strike Karan with a stick, but Priya's father grabs a nearby iron rod and strikes AJ. In the midst of the chaos, AJ is hit and falls backward. Priya's father dies at that very moment. Karan quickly arrives and takes AJ back to his mother. At that moment, AJ tells his mother, "Mom, I punished the man who threw us out onto the streets. You won't face any trouble from him again." Right then, AJ passes away. With nothing else to do, Priya looks on at him with immense sorrow. And with that, Shah Rukh Khan's movie Baazigar comes to an end.